Okay, hello, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hang on one moment, you guys, while I see if this is working at all. So the scheduled live did not go off when it was supposed to again. I am not sure why that has remained an issue on the technical side. So I've had to restart the live manually again to day 2, but it appears to be working now. Great. So I'll give everyone a couple of minutes to trickle in, to start coming in. Those of you who are on the live right now, hello. This is Maya from EMP English. Please say hello in the comments so I can see who is here and how you're doing today. Tell me also, if you are new, where you are watching from, which part of the world you come from. Hi, Tuki. Thank you. Good. It's working. Excellent. Wonderful. How are you doing today, Tuki? Happy Monday to everyone. Today is the first day of a brand new week. So I hope you had an enjoyable weekend. I hope you got to relax a little bit with your family or friends. And I hope that this week is off to a nice start for you. Hi, Elisa. Hi, Sonia. Mocha. Welcome, everyone. Great. Good. So our topic for today is small changes that make a big difference. Hi, Lakdar. Small changes that make a big difference. We can also say small changes that go a long way. If something goes a long way, that means that it makes an impact. It takes you from your starting point to a point further along on the path that you are traveling on, either literally traveling on or that you are working on, whether it's something that you have in your life or something you are planning on trying to accomplish. Perfect. Okay, Brad is here. Hi, Brad. So the Zoom time will be about half an hour from now. That will be when we are meeting on Zoom. Hi, Ruth. Good morning to you, Ruth. So it is 4:30 in the afternoon here in Serbia, where I am right now. And I suppose it's morning where you live, Ruth. Angie, hello from California. Second time today for you. Perfect, good. Jacqueline, Wayland. Hi, Wayland. Happy Monday to you in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Perfect. So your first assignment, okay, while you're watching this video now, the first job that I have for you to do is to write down in the chat, what is one small change that you are working on in your own life that you feel like sharing with all of us here? So one small thing that you are working on. So not something huge, not something immense, but something small. So that will be where we will be taking this discussion. Okay, so I'm probably mispronouncing your name, but you, Piepiosin, welcome. I saw your comment from before. We are happy to have you here on the live, and we will be meeting on Zoom as soon as this live ends. Moncoro, good morning. Hello to you. Good. So practice your writing a little bit right now. Tell me in the comments, what is one small thing that you are working on changing in your own life? Okay? One small thing. I'll give you some examples. It could be that you are working on waking up earlier in the morning, maybe just by half an hour. So that would be a small thing. That would be a small change. Hi, Tomas, Antonella. It's been a while, Antonella. Glad you're back. Santiago is working on trying to wake up earlier, like I just said too. Good. So that is an example of a small change that could make a big difference, that could go a long way. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Hi, Viviana from Colombia. Hello. Good. So other examples of small changes that can make a big difference. Being positive, Tomas says. Tomas, let's make that even smaller. So being positive is definitely a good change to work towards. How could someone, Tomas, work on being a little bit more positive every day? What could be one step in that direction? Marlon, trying to wake up early. Well, Marlon, I know that you are in El Salvador, so it seems to be like it's early over there. So that means that you are succeeding, Marlon, this week already at waking up early. Rosanna says 1% improvement on her English on a daily basis. Exactly. So if you improve 1% every day, right, that means that in 100 days you have improved by 100%, right? So that is a huge improvement. An example there would be vocabulary. If you say, I will memorize 5 new vocabulary words every day, right, that means that in 1 month, you've memorized over 100 vocabulary words. So that is a lot. So that is a small commitment or a small change that you do every day, like Farzana is doing, that can make a big, lasting impact over time. Jacqueline from Peru, good morning. Liliana is here, hello. Okay, Brad, I will send you the email again, or I will share it with you on Messenger, don't worry. Trong, hello. Omar says, gets angry sometimes, even over something that isn't important, right? So Omar, that's a very human emotion that I'm sure many of us relate to, that we get angry, we get upset, oftentimes over something that we wouldn't want to have us get that upset over. So Omar, write in the comments, what is one small way that you or someone else could work on changing that, could work on eliminating some of the anger in a small way. Not completely, but step by step. Okay, Angie is working on speaking English, right, every day to improve pronunciation. Exactly, Angie. Imagine trying to pronounce the same word every single day. After 1 year, you would become a pro, right, or a lot better at pronouncing that word. Hi, Federica. Farzana says meditation. This is a very popular one right now. You've probably seen so many posts on social media about meditation and its benefits, its advantages. I'm glad that this is popular. I know that meditation is a goal that quite a few people now are trying to put into their own lives. Moncloro English, spending time with his children. Nice, Moncloro, I didn't know you had children. That's lovely. Helping other people and exercise. Good. So Moncloro, share with us, what is a small way to make sure you spend more time with your children? A small way. And what is a small way to make sure you exercise more? So we're going to take all of these big goals and we'll come up with ways in English of describing and defining how we can pursue these goals or build upon them in small ways that go a long way, okay? Ruth takes 5 minutes to work out. Good. Ruth, excellent example. 5 minutes, right? Who is too busy for 5 minutes, right? So 5 minutes every day, if you work out like Ruth does before she takes a shower, that means that in 10 days, you will have worked out for 50 minutes, right? If those are targeted exercises on maybe a certain part of your body, you can already see a result after that. Good. Nurul, walking in nature. Santiago, running for an hour. That's really, really good. I used to do that a lot in New Mexico, in the US, less so now, but it is a goal I would like to get back to. Natalie, working on being more confident. I'm glad that you wrote that, Natalie. So those of you who have not seen Natalie's video, she actually just posted it maybe 20 minutes ago on our group page. And Natalie practiced recording herself on camera, speaking in English, and she shared it to the entire group. So Natalie, that is, I think that's a big step, but we can say, since you did it just today, that can be a daily step, or that can be one step in that direction. So I'm really proud of you, Natalie, for doing that. Tomas, riding a bicycle, very good. Moncloro, working less. Again, Moncloro, how do we make that smaller? What does work less mean? Work half an hour less, 1 hour less? Tell us what could be a smaller way of breaking that down. Lakhdar is trying to be optimistic. Okay, looking for the best side of things. Good. So Lakhdar, we can connect this to what Omar said about getting angry or feeling a negative emotion. Maybe we can say one small thing that we can do when we feel uncomfortable or we feel anxiety, we feel anxious, right? Is we can count to 10. We can say the one thing I will have myself do in that moment is just count to 10. Count to 10 slowly and breathe, and then maybe I can reassess, reevaluate, or look at the situation again. Julia, overcoming your limits every day. Yes, and every day is key. It's a daily practice, even if we work on these things for just a few minutes every day. Mariam, welcome. The topic of this session is small changes in our lives that can make a big difference, okay? We will be meeting on Zoom very soon to practice speaking. I want to give you some expressions, some phrases, some useful vocabulary in English for this topic, okay? So I will be saying this out loud now, and I will also be writing a little bit in the chat. So if you have a notebook or something to take notes with, that is ideal. That is great. If you do not, that is okay. You can practice listening. Good. So we say in English, take things step by step. Maybe you have a version of this in your own language as well. Take things step by step, or we can say one step at a time. Take things one step at a time. So that means don't try to run the whole marathon immediately, but go a little bit first. Go a little ways first, and then be ready to take the next step. Okay, so step by step, one step at a time, or one thing at a time. Okay. Get the ball rolling. You need to get the ball rolling. When a ball, right, like a soccer ball or a basketball, is rolling, it's moving. And once it is rolling even a little bit, it picks up momentum. So again, I am writing this in the chat. Picks up momentum. Okay, so once the ball, the basketball, football, whatever it is, baseball, tennis ball, picks up momentum, maybe it even hits a hill and it starts rolling downhill, because of that initial push, because of that initial energy that it had, it will keep going. It has picked up momentum. So we can say, if you start practicing your English every day, consistently, consecutively, one day after the next, for 5 days, you will pick up momentum. You will be like a rolling ball. You will be accustomed to, you will be used to the motion, right? Omar says baby steps, exactly. Good. Which means to get started, exactly, Omar. So get started, get the ball rolling, get started. Get some movement in there so it can become easier to increase the movement, to move faster, or to keep going. You can also say, put yourself out there. This is more about leaving your comfort zone, trying something, being brave enough to be a beginner. So that, I think, is one of the hardest things to do in life, to try to do something completely new, where you don't have expertise, where you don't have much experience, where you will not be as good at that activity or that subject as you are in something else that is more familiar to you or that you have spent more time doing. So put yourself out there. It means put yourself out there into the unknown, into a mystery land, into a landscape, a situation, a scenario, a problem, a game, a professional setting that you might feel uncomfortable in. So put yourself out there and try and see what you learn and see what happens and let go of the expectations a little bit. Just do your best. Regina, I'm glad that they are useful. I have a few more for you. So sometimes in life, we take 2 steps forward. And again, I would not be surprised if you have a version of these expressions in your own native languages. 2 steps forwards and 1 step back, right? So this reminds us that whenever we are trying to make changes, failure is a normal part of the process. But if we keep going, then we create a balance between the failures and the successes. So if we take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, we are still taking a step forward, right? So it is okay also, as we are making positive improvements in our lives, in our English, in anything else really, that we have setbacks, that we see, okay, I messed up. I did that a way I wasn't supposed to. And it's okay, you keep going, you keep the ball rolling, you keep the momentum. You keep the momentum, so you don't stop. Good. Fabio is reading at least 8 pages of a book every day. Exactly, 8 pages does not seem like a lot, right? If you just think 8 pages, right? Even if it's a super difficult book, 8 pages is doable, it's manageable. Even if you spend an hour on 8 pages, right? But over time, 8 pages is a lot. And then if you're reading 8 pages every day, Fabio, you can tell us now, if you ever have to read 20 pages or 50 pages, you have built the muscle. You have built the reading muscle in English or in any language where you are used to reading, where it is a part of your daily life. So it is no longer an unfamiliar thing to you. Okay? Throw you in the deep end. Yes, exactly, Omar. So the deep end, so if you're thrown in the deep end of something, the deep end is really where you have to swim. Where you have to swim, where you have to fight for it, where you have, it would be difficult to stand. So you really, really have to exert extra effort. Okay? Then we have, keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize. Okay? So it may seem like the positive outcome or the positive result or the prize, what we're after, the payoff, we can say. I know Tomas likes that word. It can seem like it's a long ways away, like it's very far away. So keep your eyes on the prize is meant to remind us that the prize, the gift, the success, the positive result or outcome is there in the distance. It's waiting for us. It's not going anywhere. We have to keep taking those baby steps, those little steps in that direction, and keep our eyes, keep our gaze, keep our vision focused on where we're going, why we're going there, and what's waiting for us. So I know from my own life that the small changes are the most difficult. So I'm curious to hear if that's the case in your lives also. So tell me in the comments, are the small changes the most difficult ones to make? I think they are, mainly because they seem easy in theory, but they're very difficult to keep repeating. They're very difficult to keep doing every day and to have the discipline to make sure that it matters every single day. That you won't step away one day or you won't stop the trajectory, the momentum again, or to stay excited, exactly. So I think the small changes are the most difficult. They can also seem tedious, kind of boring, kind of like something manual where you feel a little bit like a machine and you're more excited about the big stuff, right? But what really happens though is that the big stuff is made up of those little steps that move us in that direction. Same thing with learning English. Okay, keep looking forward, exactly. So keep your eyes on the prize. We can also say keep your eyes on the ball, right? Because let's say you're playing basketball, right? Or no, sorry, actually a better analogy, you're playing baseball, right? And you have the bat. And the pitcher is throwing the baseball. They're pitching it to you. Keep your eyes on the ball so that you know what to hit. Good. Okay, we can say stay focused. Use the verb to stay there. Stay focused. So do not lose your focus. All right. Good. If you fall down, get back up again. The verb to get, that's our favorite phrasal verb. It's used in so many cases. I just say look up as many examples of the verb to get as you can. It's used all the time in English. So get back up again. So if you fall, get back up again. Federica, it's always challenging focusing on small things. We can easily lose our concentration and motivation. Exactly. And when we get into our small groups on Zoom, I would like us to talk about if we have had any success in small changes, because I think it can be very motivating to tell someone who is starting those small changes how we might feel if we have had success. So we can remind them about that prize at the end. And I would also like us to share if we are trying something new, or if we're ready for the next level of any changes that we're working on. Seize the day, exactly. Make the most of each day. Good. Okay. We can say cumulative is a good word here. Cumulative progress. So progress that accumulates. So all of those steps add up and become a bigger whole. Good. All right. Let me see what else I have here for you guys. Okay. Good. So a lot of this will also tie into habits and habit formation. How do you break a bad habit? How do you start a new habit? Those are also those small changes. Nabil had posted to the group about smoking and quitting smoking, so we can use that as an example. Smoking is, for some people, an all-consuming habit, meaning it's something that's part of your everyday life. So how do you go about breaking a habit like smoking? That's so huge, right? Can you start that in small steps? Do you have to do it cold turkey? Cold turkey, like the bird, the meat that is eaten. If you stop something cold turkey, it means that, okay, I used to smoke. Now, from this moment, I will never touch another cigarette again. I will never smoke again. So that would mean I quit smoking cold turkey, right? Or we can taper. If you taper, you cut back, you smoke less. So the plan could be, I normally smoke, let's say someone smokes 30 cigarettes a day. I will cut back and I will only smoke 15 cigarettes a day. So I will cut back by half. And then maybe 1 month from then, I will cut back even more. So it will be tapered. Okay? Regina says sometimes she feels a rush to learn. Yeah, that's great, Regina. So that rush is that passion and that excitement. Artists feel that all the time. If you're an engineer and you're creating something new, or you're writing, or you're thinking of something new. So kids feel that all the time. So that rush, if it's a rush of excitement, is super useful. But that's when that's when putting that inside a structure is very important. I know I get, we say in English, carried away. If you get carried away, so to carry, right, is to take something, lift it, and move it from one place to another, or to take it with you. So to get carried away means you get so excited that, imagine you're like a baby and someone has carried you away. They've lifted you and taken you to a different place, and you no longer know where you are. So to get, again, that phrasal verb get, to get carried away means to go off track a little bit. So in this case, from too much excitement, right? You can get really excited when you're talking about something and get carried away. And you've entered a whole different topic than you wanted to because you were that excited. Good. So Sophia, cold turkey, is that to quit something? Definitely. That would be the idea. But I know that a problem, Sophia, with quitting cold turkey is that people can rebound. To rebound, like when a ball, again, rebounds, it hits, let's say, the wall, or it hits the basket or the hoop, and it comes back to you. So if someone, Sophia, quits cold turkey, that means they've stopped doing what they were doing 100%, but it does not mean, by the definition, that they will not go back to it. So that person would have to say, I quit smoking cold turkey and I never started smoking again. I never picked it up again. Good. Yes, Lakhdar, bad habit is like an addiction. How to leave these addictions. That's not easy. Yeah, not easy at all. So we can talk about that in the small groups, Lakhdar. Again, with these small changes that go a long way, that make a big difference, I think that they are very applicable for a discussion on habits and addictions as well. Good. Okay. All right. So, does anyone have any questions that they would like me to include in the Zoom practice session, which we will start in a few minutes? So, we will be asking each other about changes in our lives that we have made. So, again, small changes. So, we will share in a circle a small change that you've made. It could be a change that you're proud of. It could be a change you made a long time ago, so past tense. It could be a change that you are still working on, or it could be a change that is like a wave in your life, where sometimes you're successful at it, sometimes you're not, or you're ready to be more consistent at it, or you're ready to take it to that next level. Yes, you can go back and forth, exactly. Good. So any questions? So please practice your writing right now in the chat and see if you can come up with a question. What would you ask someone about the changes in their lives? The small changes that they have made or that they are working on making. What is interesting to you about this question or about this topic? You can also write, what would you be willing to share? What have you found worked for you? What have you tried when you are making changes that did not work for you? So we'll be talking a lot about our own personal experiences on this Zoom, okay? So I'll give you guys another minute to write down any questions that you may have. The Zoom link is in the email. If you are not on the email list, please go to the Facebook group page now and see the first post in the announcements section. It will have a link to the Google form where you can add your email. And I will send you the email right now with the Zoom link. Okay? So Tabarak, I have sent the email. I send the Zoom link by email. So if I have your email, check your email. It should be there. If you did not receive the email, make sure I have your email address. You can send it to me on Messenger right now, or go to the first post in the announcements section of the group where there is a link to the Google form. And I will make sure you have the Zoom link, okay? So Omar, I will send it to you right now. Let me make a note. Tabarak, I will send it to you on Messenger just in case. Okay. Atman, Turkey used to insult someone. I don't know, Atman. I've never heard it as an insult. There are so many insults out there in the English language also that I would not be surprised if the word Turkey is one of them. Okay. Lakhdar, is there steps? Do you mean tapes, Lakhdar, or stages? Stages we can follow to make changes? Okay, good. So I will end this live video now. Thank you for joining. Everyone who is watching, again, you are welcome to join us on Zoom right now where we will practice speaking. Okay? Yes.